head back to the crypt, where you'll find the missing piece to the door's gearbox. The door to the labs is buttoned up tight. It requires an eye scan, but not with our sight. The giant could open it were he so persuaded, but to ask him outright would be rather ill-fated. Perhaps we can trick him to letting us through by making him think it's a task he must do. Have the girl scan any data you find. The audio from it can then be combined to a simple command using only his voice. When he hears it played back, he won't have a choice.
Once you make your way into the garden is just kind of like a nice little manicured space, and you're going through here because there's a backdoor entrance into the Clone labs, which is where you need to get the generator key. And there's basically just a bunch of kind of like ornate garden gates in this tiered garden area, just a bunch on all levels. And there's ultimately kind of 3 in a row, sort of right before this back door into the Clone labs. And there's a bunch of buttons also positioned everywhere kind of in the garden. And these buttons in OmniView, you can kind of get a sense for the idea that anytime you open one door, like another closes, and you can sort of tell the connection between the two. And what you're ultimately trying to do is get all three of these final doors open, but in doing so, you're like opening and closing other gates just in your general garden area. And the way that ends up sort of playing out is, as you're going around trying to get all three of these final gates to be open at the same time, the gardener's going to be coming in and chasing you around, and you're going to be wanting to, as you're sort of running around trying to avoid him, close gates behind you, in front of you, to sort of like keep him from being able to get to you, because this is a very vulnerable area and he can really get to you and ruin you if you don't do this. You've got really nowhere to hide in here. He's just here and he knows you're here. He's very upset about this because he knows about the clone labs from earlier. He doesn't want anyone reopening and getting back in there.
It's their god.
They do.
The mirrors?
The globals.
Oh, the fireflies. I suppose you are right.
They fly around it, but they won't touch it.
This is true. They revere it.
Yes, sir. They revere it.
Mammoth, do you have a god?
Yes, sir.
You do? Who's your god?
The captain.
Actually, the cameras are going to have to be more down, because one thing that I've noticed is that the gardener is so tall that he can see over a lot of these things, and he can actually see from like one of the top tiers all the way down. And it's going to be more helpful for the player to get a sense for how tall he is and what he can see over.
Okay.
I think probably.
Whereas if you're like a top-down view, it seems like everywhere that has cover is safe, but that's
we
not
also-
necessarily true.
We also may have to fake this, right, with like a vision blocker that goes along the top of
A
this.
little bit bigger. That's
Yeah.
true too.
Since it only serves to block across, right? We'll never have her standing right here and him seeing across, right? It's
Like
always
a
down.
one-sided vision blocker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think one thing that might help is if you consider the possibility of having track lighting for the walkways. Like if you go to the theater, there's like lights on the primary path, and you could just see like this trail of lights working their way through.
So it would light the faces?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
poison?
No, Mammoth. This one is non-toxic. But you must be careful, or you'll break its limbs off.
You are breaking its limbs.
I am making it more beautiful.
Is it hurting?
No. Plants do not feel pain.
Then I want to help make it be more beautiful too.
But you could kill it. Just because something does not feel pain does not mean it cannot die. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. They need water to grow.
They do. And food. And what else?
Love.
Who told you they need love?
The captain said.
Are we talking about the roses or the mirrors?
The captain said everything needs love to grow.
Mammoth, do you think the captain loves you?
He loves me the most. That's why I grow more tall than everyone else.
Very long thing. You can recover DNA over thousands of years. And second, it's a very dense storage information source.
Smelly man's tape.
Mammoth,
Yes, sir.
what did I just say?
Bring the bench to you.
Correct. I need you to prop the door open with it.
Carry it to the door. Don't drag it.
You don't listen. He needs you to carry it to the door. Yes, sir. Oh, the stench.
It's okay. This is why we need to keep the door open for a while.
It's dead.
It is not. It's just tissue that went bad. One of the refrigeration units stopped working.
A mirror broke?
No, listen to me. Some tissue has decomposed. That's all. It happens.
We don't want to be here.
Then go back outside and get some fresh air, okay? Both of you. I will take care of this.
Due for another trimming.
Oh, Mammoth, stop! What are you doing? The filter is not in the pond. It is connected to the old cistern.
Yes, sir.
Climb out of there.
It is cold.
Yes, and full of bacteria, too. Go change your clothes first. Do you have clean clothes?
Yes, sir.
Where are they?
In the labs.
Okay, then. Go put them on. We don't want you to catch ill.
No, sir. We do not want to catch you.
Well done, old friend. There's plenty to use. Let's string it together and finish this ruse. This giant possesses dual personalities, and one of them lords over these principalities. Let's talk to the half that seems in command and make him submit to a quick retinal scan.
Zager here. You know, the more time I spend around the mentor, the more I'm reminded of something the librarian said when I first met him. He was quoting Aristotle, and he said to me, "Youth is easily deceived because it's quick to hope." Well, not just youth. Anyone who's never pet a mean dog is quick to hope. Mireille's one of these types. Naive. Sheltered. She believes in the Overseer's Republic. And see, the problem is, sooner or later, he's going to turn on her. Sooner or later, he's going to snap at her. I feel like a sack of lying to Mireille. I want to tell her who I am, you know, who I really am. But she's just not ready to hear the truth. Not yet. Better to stay the course and let the Overseer bite her. He'll come away with part of her hand, but she will come away with a new understanding of human nature. Mireille needs a glimpse of the real Treglazov. But it needs to come from him. I can't try to persuade her. I told her what I was, what I did in a past life, my time in the army, my work as a journalist, my stints in the battlefield, and she just sees the romance in it. She sees romance everywhere she looks. And that's a real problem, too. She had a life back there. Archaeology? No, anthropology? I should learn to listen better. The point is, she studied the human past to learn more about the human present. But she missed the point. Something bad's gonna have to happen. Something bad has to happen in this place before she'll finally get it. I don't want her to think we're all bad. It's not what I believe. Maybe I used to. Maybe that's what Derringer believes. But Mireille believes we're all good. And that's just as wrong-headed and twice as useless. A fact is this, kids. People aren't good or bad. People are just scared. Always were and always will be. I'm scared. Scared Mireille's not going to love me when I tell her who I really am. And the Overseer's scared. He's a rabid dog who knows he could be put down at any point. I mean, you bite one too many mailmen, society's got no choice but to euthanize. As much as it hurts to say it. I hope he turns on Mireille soon. It'll be best for everyone.
Look at them gather around it.
Play that audio in the correct order now to trick the giant.
light is waning. The bulb will need to be replaced soon. Look at them gather around it. Open the lab's door, or I will tell the captain. Yes, sir. We will open the door. Opening the door for you now, Captain. He tricked us.
He's trying to get in.
Open this door. I'm trying, sir. Not you, the mirror. Why don't you type in the pin code? It's too late. You broke it.
Mammoth broke the door. I like this. I will hold on to this.
Please do not touch the observation window.
Look at him. Uncoded and not a care in the world. That one there looks kind of slow.
Sir, please.
A lot of them, actually.
Nonsense. They're every bit as capable as the precals.
Well, that's not saying much. Do they just sleep all the time?
They sleep a lot, yes.
Must be nice.
How may I help you exactly?
You seen a valve map lying around?
What is that?
Irrigation schematic. The water level readings in Terminus have been unusual lately. Know anything about it?
Why would I know anything about Terminus?
We all drink from the same river, Doctor.
There were many boxes and folders in the office when I moved in. If I see it, I will leave it here for you.
Oh, that's very neighborly of you.
Mr. Derringer.
Relax, I'm leaving. Let you get back to making babies with Dr. Amash.
This map is a godsend which plainly displays the locations of valves and pipes in the maze. The valves and the pipes are the method to funnel the water away from that crudely dug tunnel. Egad, I must say, this gets more exciting when you see that this map as well contains writing. A scrawl in the corner appears to consist of a pin code we need but had previously missed. Head back to the graveyard and then to the maze, but watch out for that brute who would cause us delays.
Dante's Divine Comedy takes us through 3 otherworldly landscapes. Yet most readers only experience hell. We should not waste our citizens' lives preparing them for what they can never achieve. Education should aim not to make free thinkers, but thinkers who are free to take on work best suited to their talents. Dante gives them a purifying path to God. They quit in the land of error. It is only natural that they fail. This book is a practical joke.
It's easy. We just put this thing called the Petri dish in the machine.
Good morning. Did everyone have a restful sleep? 257P. Why are you still in bed?
I had a dream.
That is impossible.
I had a bad dream.
Tell me.
257P. Do not
and Dr. Pretz, you were standing at the top of the hill. You were standing beside a giant rock.
Dr. Ramash, in the labs now.
Go on.
And Dr. Pretz told us to look the other way. And I heard you say to him, push the rock.
Above.
And the
Get
last
out
thing
of
I
there.
heard was the rock rolling toward us
To
crush us all.
Dr. Ramash.
I could never do that to you.
Get out of there right now.
Get out! Come on, run! Out you go! Go! Why are you stopping? Vámonos, abeja!
We are not meant to leave.
It's all right. You're free. Go!
They will be disappointed.
Are you the captain?
I don't know what the hell that is.
It is raining.
We cannot venture out in the rain.
What? Why not?
A cloudy mirror shows us nothing.
Okay. Does anyone in here not have brain damage?
I do not.
Put your hand down. Okay, want to see the captain?
I truly do.
He's in the woods. That way. Run. All right, kids. You see what she's doing? Follow her. Go. Go. What a nightmare.
So it's like you got 3 words here, 4 of the words here, 3 words here, 4 of the words here, and you have to like kind of like tap them to like play them back in like a certain order. So you have to go like, you know, like 2, 4, 3, 1, to like get them to say it in order.
Right.
Yeah. And then to avoid localization issues, what you do is instead of making each one a singular word, like you just make each one like a couple words, and then that way it doesn't matter like what the words are. Really, it's like pushing like 2, 4, 3, 1.
It's just splitting up a sentence.
Yeah, and then the words that are on it really don't matter.
But does that mean that?
At least across localization.
Well, I mean, this might help us with the brute force thing if we make it so that it's obvious that there's not more than like one combination of the words.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, if we're okay with that, then that's cool. It's just going to be a super easy puzzle.
Historically, we've had a lot.
Yeah, I'm actually not opposed to a super easy puzzle.
I mean, it's.
Is that going to add a whole lot though?
It'll make it more clear what's going on.
It'll add an ending to it. It'll add like ending punctuation to something that begins with us having to like sneak
Yeah, kind of
tie it all together.
Yeah, that's what we'll game.
Let's put the dish with the icky stuff in here.
Vice Admiral Matthews speaking.
Congratulations are in order.
For what?
Your new appointment.
Nothing's been confirmed yet. In fact, don't get your hopes up. I'm at best the dark horse candidate. Hold on, Mr. Treglazov. I have another call coming in. Vice Admiral Matthews? Yes? Thank you, sir. No, thank you. Yes, sir. I will. I absolutely will. Goodbye, sir. That was the committee chairman. I'm the agency's new director.
Of course you are, Richard. That's why I called you. Congratulations, good man.
Yes, but how did you... Never mind.
When did they need you back at Fort Meade? Oh, sounds like you have another call coming in.
No, I'm good. You must be clairvoyant. Now I do have another call.
And I'll leave you to it. Good day, Vice Admiral.
Strange. Vice Admiral Matthews speaking.
The map of the maze. A blueprint for victory. Valves and a pump room.
How do I look?
Not bad for a dead man.
What'd I miss?
Plenty.
I'm sorry about earlier. Does it hurt?
It's fine.
It had to look real.
I said it's fine. I'm used to you being a pain in the neck. What took you so long getting back here?
I had to liberate a few of the sheep along the way.
I wish you wouldn't do that sort of thing, Daniel. Those sheep, as you put it, they're not what you think.
It doesn't matter. The more the merrier. That's chaos, my dear.
What
The hell is that?
That would be the shepherd, probably looking for his flock.
Forget that. What about Treglazov?
What about him?
Is he on to you?
He demoted me. I'm no longer in charge of the arrival.
The old man's losing his mind.
Among other things. What about his men?
You mean my men? They're trick coins. When it's time to flip them, they'll land on our side.
You're pretty sure of yourself. We should go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why wouldn't I be? You say what you want, but my methods, they get results.
Your methods will get us all killed.
Oh, here it comes. Let's have it, Murray. Come on, let's have it.
5 eyes are better than 4. Yes, you are right.
We can argue about this later.
No, no, no. Say what you really think. You hate my plan.
What plan? A plan involves planning.
We hear you. Where are you?
You just don't want to admit that I've achieved more in 24 hours going my way than you've been able to pull off in half a year in this place.
We're gonna find you!
You want your phone back? Now's your chance.
Who made this mess? You did! No, sir, I did not. The captain would want to know about this.
Let's head to the maze. Go back into the graveyard. To the left.
Everything on top and nothing handy, sir. finish the direct... Stuff.
your map of the maze, I can clearly discern there are 4 valves the girl is required to turn. Each valve she releases will help to control the level of water that's flooded the hole. Once she has done this, then head to the station, reset the pump, and I'll take a vacation.
I will fit through that. That must be how the smelly man got to the surface.
Right. Oh. Where's the fire? Loyalist, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Don't worry. He doesn't leave until everyone gets their copy signed.
Who doesn't?
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Come on. You got your manifesto with you, right?
Actually,
Come forward. Hello, prisoner. Who am I making this out to? Scarborough? Here you are. Watch your step. Darringer.
All right, that's it. No more autographs for the day. Sorry, Loyalist. Guess I lied.
That's all right. Somehow I'll get over it.
Hey, whoa. Come back here. Listen up. I'm having a new chair delivered tomorrow. I need you to put it together for me in my office. Can you do that?
Yeah, you bet.
Hello? It stinks in here. This is everything. This is tunnels. A way through. A way out. Fitting as all good revolutions start underground. Dear reader, please sit down. This whole place, this facility. Oh my God. We're on a. Oh no.
That is not all correct, madam. You have your wires crossed. This one goes here, that one goes there.
Keep still.
Don't slit my throat, man.
Don't tell me what to do. Without this collar, you can't get back in your own room.
So? I don't want to. I don't ever want to again.
There you go. And adios metamorphosis necktie.
I feel weird.
Yeah, separation anxiety. It'll pass. You ready?
I guess so. Honestly, I don't want to leave.
You tell me.
No, what I mean is, I want to stay and fight. With you.
No, you need to escape while you have the chance. I have the element of surprise on my side. You don't.
What do you mean?
There's value in people thinking you're dead. Do you know what a martyr is?
I don't think so.
Look, when you get to the surface, you do as I told you. You find the boat, you leave.
Where do I go?
Any direction away from here.
Look, there's a girl I care about. I can't go without her. You wouldn't understand.
Believe me, kid. I understand better than you think.
The Bhagavad Gita, a spiritual liberation straight-jacketed into an allegory of war, helped nurture Mahatma Gandhi, a man remembered best for peace, but his peace led only to assassination. We should beware falling prey to his logical end. The Overseer understands the accidental power of language to sculpt a worldview. He governs the lines of communication to ensure that wasteful allegories do not confuse the Mannings and Snowdens of our age into thinking that their wars cultivate anyone's peace.
This is the funniest
and
scene.
in front of this headstone.
This freaked me out when I read it last.
Oh yeah, nice.
I like it.
And all of a sudden, this zombie hand just punches out of the ground.
I love
And
that.
the long and short of it is, it's Zager basically rising from the dead. You know, he's the martyr, and he is risen, kind of thing.
Why am I doing
that? Because
Why am I in the ground?
I don't know. It was one of those moments that just felt cooler
Okay.
than anything.
Because you're actually coming out of a tunnel.
Forget I asked.
There's a tunnel.
Oh, there's a
There's a
tunnel.
tunnel, and that's just the cover of the tunnel.
Yeah, you've been digging.
I thought the same thing. I was like, this is ridiculous.
There's a thing, right.
Okay, there's a tunnel.
Okay, cool.
But
Listen,
yeah,
I'm not here to story
This
it.
is your but this is your big introduction basically, and Mireille, instead of being terrified of this sight, it's like you've been expecting him to come out
Hurry
and
up
visit.
already.
Yeah. And then you have this sort of kind of touching moment where you reminisce about the time earlier tonight when he tased you in the neck and knocked you unconscious, and the scene kind of plays out.
Memories.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of a way to connect the two ideas about Zager coming out of the ground, and then why there's water in the weep. Because I always imagine that the way that we can explain Zager coming out of the ground is that he's using the same kind of underground railroad that Weep was using.
Weep would have been using Zager stuff, right?
Or he was using Weep's, But maybe I shouldn't be connecting those ideas.
I'm not sure how much mileage we necessarily get out of it. I think if we want to connect sort of Weep's escape to Zager and Zager's tunnels, or Zager's,
Right, like Shawshank Redemption style. Or that Zager was building these tunnels, and that's what Weep used. And in his letters, he's I just discovered that there is this kind of underground tunneling system. Again, because they're so similar of kind of burrowing underground that both those guys are doing it. I feel like there is some kind of narrative connection there that probably needs to be established.
Okay.
I think that maybe I'm overthinking it with this idea that this is an episode filled with all these kind of weird things anyway.
I think we could. I think if we're gonna mention it, it could just be very briefly Weep refers to a tunnel you need to take as a Zager tunnel, but I don't know if we have to go out of our way necessarily to sell to the player.
The captain does not let us use cut-throughs. Time to spin the wheel.
trapped. As sure as the mirrors are trapped here, so are we.
Maybe not. There is a free-fall lifeboat. Many of them on the other side.
We would never make it out of the garden.
We might.
And the mirrors. There would not be enough room for them.
This is true. But we could escape. We just need a distraction.
It would have to be extreme.
Yes. We let Mammoth carry out 95.
No. No, I cannot.
And as you said, we are trapped.
I don't know if this is like good or bad, but I thought I'd just point out from that camera angle we were at before, it kind of looks like the overseer's like taking a leak.
Close-up camera.
Like go back to that camera we were just
What
like
else? Just at here?
No, before, like the one where you're behind the statue.
Oh, that's.
This one?
Yeah. It kinda, so I don't know. I don't know if we want to like turn it a little bit or.
Can we put a banned book at the bottom of it?
I feel like we're cheating. It's like I'm steering a ship.